Alright, what's up everybody? It's been a little bit. Oh, I've been a little bit absent lately on here. Doing stuff for my competition I was in. Got third in that, so didn't win, but hey, can't complain. Third's pretty badass. So, anyways, I'm just doing a little fort clearing. I've already been here, but I just wanted to kind of showcase just coming through and just kind of taking out the enemies as we go, you know? Kind of have some fun with it, you know? I love doing these little videos and stuff. Kind of shows different ways you can do things. Have a little fun with it, and shows different strategies to people that are either getting into this or planning to at some point soon, and you know see how see how someone else kind of goes about it, and whatnot. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just means I got my way of doing things, and apparently falling is one of them. That's a great way to start. All right. We will pretend that didn't happen, everybody. Yeah. Oh man, what a way to begin a video. Alright. So, one thing I always like to do is I get rid of these bells as soon as I can. Use my good old buddy old pals here to do a little bit of stuff to these guys.
Back to business.
Let's see. A little too far away.
Up and at 'em. Huh?
Alright. Oh, he's looking my way. Looking my way. Hello. Oh, shoot. Okay. He's gonna come and fight me now. Do we have to do this? Alright. If you really want to. Right. Beautiful. The alarm bell just chilling there. Alright, let's try and get out of the light here. That's why I came here at nighttime. Stay in the shadows, as the game is called, of course. Alright, let's see. I highly suggest, especially with this game, which is Assassin's Creed Shadows, in case for whatever reason you don't know that, I highly suggest coming into these kind of places at night. It greatly diminishes their visibility of you. That was utilizing my buddy. He's another shinobi assassin. um, but anyways, it allows you to kind of stay hidden as long as you stay in the shadows and you kind of use them to your advantage. It makes it really hard for the enemies to see you. So there will be times where you'll see me actually strike these down. So it's darker. Because the more shadows you cast, the less visible you are. And yes, the black is a personal look choice for me. I think it fits best with the whole shadows aesthetic. Does not mean you have to use this. There's plenty of different colors. The Master Assassin one actually being this really glossy, almost cherry red outfit. Um, I've used it in the past. It's not my favorite look. Like I said, I like this. I like the dark fabric. It just seems to work for kind of nighttime assassinations. I don't know. It seems to work best in my eyes. For those of you that don't know, that is a new mechanic. You can drag people. Allows you to move them around. You can also knock them out instead of assassinate, but I used to do that, especially with servants, but then I realized that the servants could be just woke up. And it actually caused quite a problem at times, because they just get woke up and then they would report me anyway, so then the guards would just be all on high alert, and I'm like, well, it doesn't really help me out, now does it? Don't know what happened to this poor sap, but he down. Alright, let's see. Alright. Huh. I don't know if maybe I'm just at a distance from a lot of the enemies, because I feel like this place should have a lot more people in it. We're okay, man, if you think you're gonna be about it. Now, let's see. So, by the way, those kind of orangish, I would almost say more of a goldish color, are servants. So they will just see you, freak out, run, go get guards. They're not really a major threat to you, per se, other than, getting guards to come and try and, murder you. So...
What's making that sound?
those archetypes right here, guys with the weird little helmets and stuff and the little fans, they'll either call in arrow strikes, which there'll be like a red area kind of that'll appear, and then you get struck by a bunch of arrows if you stay inside it, or they will call weaker enemy archetypes, usually 2 at a time, every time they do this little fan raise thing. And within a certain time frame, they'll be called. You can take them out before that happens, if you're quick enough, which I've done a couple times with some of my skills, like with my Dental Blade and my Hidden Blade combo. Okay, I don't know why she didn't just. Maybe it's because that's in the way. I don't know. Oh, okay, it did it. It just didn't show the animation. Okay. By the way, that's collecting the materials. For y'all that don't know, you can collect these as long as you have scouts. They can basically smuggle those back to your home base, your hideout, if you will. And you'll get, wood, stone, things like that that you can use to build, do different things. Also, it's for your upgrades of different facilities. So. It's one of the things in this game that I suggest doing right off the bat, is getting your different upgrades for your buildings. Especially your allies that you can use, which right now I have these two. So the top one, sorry I don't remember their names, or the dad with their names. But the top one, he is a shinobi assassin. He usually just will throw kunai at enemies. If they're within a range of each other, he'll take out two. And the other character, a woman, she's a poisoner, but with her attacks for this, she puts them to sleep. So she usually hits one person, but if there's two together, she'll put them both out. This kind of powder stuff and puts them to sleep. And then anybody that comes up to them with a certain time frame will also get put to sleep. But then after a certain while, they can be woke up by someone that comes after the powder kind of goes away. So know that. So be quick to do a finishing move on them, whether it's with your hidden blade or your weapon. So, because you don't want them waking up again, because then that's just more people that can surprise you, especially if you thought they were down and out. Now this guy right here, he is actually sleeping on the job. That's what that little icon that keeps flashing from the 57 to that other thing. That means he is out for the count. He has no idea I'm here.
Did I get knocked out?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go, I guess, while you sleep, I suppose. Probably not what people mean by that, but hey. And then there's also these small little collection things. So that was minerals and stuff. You can get that. Some of those are for upgrades of weapons and armor. This guy is also sleeping. You know, if it had to be pretty easy to be a guard back then, except for the fact that a shinobi could come up and stab you. But, I mean, I don't know. Being able to just kind of post up in one of those little rooms while it's dark and just lean on your spear and just sleep. I mean, that's a pretty swanky job. You get renowned for being a samurai, everybody loves you, and basically just sleep on the job. Alright. Now some of these, like these smaller little things, I won't slice them, I'll just roll into them. Because it'll destroy them. Because if you like knock over some and everything like that without like rolling at them and stuff like that, or you just extinguish them, they can relight them. Now some of these on the wall and stuff you cannot get. That kind of bugs me. I wish they would change that, but they're constantly taking feedback from, you know, players of this game, so I imagine that as they go along, people will be like, hey, we should be able to do this, and they'll change things. They've already done a lot with this game, like, even just, like, mechanics of, like, movement, getting around are so much better than they were on launch. Because I got this on launch day. I couldn't wait to play it, I was super excited for it, and I have loved it since I've got it. There are things I wish could be better. They took away some of the climbing mechanics that were in a lot of the previous titles that I'm just like, why would you remove that?
I'll find out what's going on here.
Like there's specific pathways and ways you have to climb certain things in this one that I wish they kind of would just revert back to the original climbing mechanics. Because especially in the more recent stuff, they made it where you can pretty much climb anything. And they kind of took that away. And I don't know why. But I do like some of the traversal things in this. And I like being able to do like flips off of buildings and stuff. So it's like, I feel like there's a little bit of a trade-off. But it's like right there, I just did the back handspring off of that. You know what? Challenge this guy.
Oh, oh, who's there? I promise it will be quick.
So, now some characters it will take more to defeat, like that guy. He had a bit more armor. If you use a katana, you can break down the armor, or the Kusarigama. Which are two other weapon types you get in this. Kusarigama being a weapon that kind of is it swings on a chain. So you got like a sickle kind of thing on a with a blade on the end, and then it's got a chain with either a spike or a ball. And you can use that to either slash or swing and deal a bunch of damage to armor and stuff like that to break down their armor. Or you have the kunai. Or not the kunai, Jesus. I'm sorry, I cannot talk today. The katana, Jesus, which is basically allows you to break through armor and deal a lot of piercing damage overall and stuff like that. But the reason I go for the Tanto Blade is because it has the ability, essentially, to let you kind of take out more than one person with assassinations, because she uses the Tanto Blade and the Hidden Blade together. And so then you can actually double assassinate with that. But you cannot with the other weapon types. You only can do a single person assassination with those. So it's a little bit of a trade-off for your weapon choice, essentially. You know, use the others. You can do a little more crowd control and stuff like that. Or take down stronger enemies quicker with the armor destruction, which I'm slowly gaining that more and more and more as I build my character, because you can basically go in the stats and you can affect like armor destruction and armor piercing, which slowly over time will let me destroy more armor with the Tanto and the Hidden Blade combo. And once that gets to where it's like super strong, then I will be able to just overwhelm, because the speed that she attacks and everything like that, shredding armor will just decimate my enemies. And I also have bleed damage on my weapons, so when I'm actually hitting the person and actually piercing through and actually striking them, it is devastating to them. They cannot withstand the damage. These guys are deflection experts, so I kind of just deal with them as quick as possible. But anyways, alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a bit of a shorter video than I was thinking. I thought there would be a lot more people in there, but there really wasn't. I was kind of surprised. Probably because I've been there before and did a lot of damage, because I've been just going to the forts and just killing time, just taking out people, because, well, I'm waiting for the next drop of storyline and the next character ally to drop. So, anyways, love y'all. It's been a lot of fun doing for you guys, and I hope it gives you some insight on how to deal with enemies and kind of work against them, and making your selections of weapons that you want to use and everything like that. I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that is, guys. This has been Killing Frost, or Seth Macklin, as you now know. Catch you guys on the flip side. Oh, wait, hang on. As I'm doing my outro, here we go, another Ronin. Alright, hang on. Yes. Ay, ay, ay. I will say that the Ronin are a lot easier with the Katana, or the Kusarigama. Um, I mainly use, like I said, the Tento Blade for being able to double assassinate, and it definitely breaks through and just the other weaker enemies get overwhelmed by the speed, whereas the bigger guys, you kind of have to work them down and get through their armor. But anyways, that was an interesting way to end this video, but love y'all. Catch you on the flip side.